So hello and welcome to Localizations 4 language support. I was getting rather bored of having to write block.whatever.name equals this, block.whatever.description equals this. So I switched to YAML to the language. We've got a proper loader now as well. So this is what a typical Localizations 4 language file looks like. Of course, I had a search through the Eclipse plugins for YAML. I believe I found I can't remember what it's called now. Say if we go into About Eclipse, installation details, installed software should be around here somewhere. Yeah, it's a Word file editor, which basically uses these files to define programming languages. And as you can see, this is what your language file now looks like. Which is pretty neat, actually. So, now we'll go over how it works. We're 1 minute in, yep. How does this thing work? Well, I use SnakeYML, and I looked up their class and everything. It took me a while to figure out how it worked, but I did figure it out, and I created this bit of code, but both methods that I use have got a suppress warning on them. What we basically do is we load the input, which should get you a linked hash map of string and something. When I say string and something, you can't just assume it's a string of strings. You can't just assume it's a string of linked. It's a hash map, linked hash map of string and linked hash map. Because, for example, someone could come along and say this. And that wouldn't work. So what I had to do is I've got a recursive method I use to make this thing work. It has a prefix and a map. Basically, the prefix is for example, it is basically what you had before you get the key. For example, the prefix is nothing from there, but when I do this, I put the key plus a dot. And it generates this output down here with that file there. You've got block.dirt.name equals dirt. So it works just like the old one. And it's recursive. So it will get to there, discover it's a linked hash map. It will load localizations, and also, just in case someone does put in like a number, or yes, no, or whatever, instead of just assuming it's a string and putting it in, I use v.toString. Which is much better, because string.toString just simply returned itself, I think. I've never checked, actually. ToString, method of string, we can get to it, returned itself, yes. So basically, that's how languages work. And YML isn't actually that hard. This is just a basic file. I can't do anything fancy with it yet. For example, I don't know what anyone would actually have a use for if something like this occurred. Me, you, then it would probably give us an error. Let's see what it does. It gets us an error, yes, I don't know. So we had a bit of problem with something not working. It couldn't delete the build, so I had to delete the entire VC4 bin folder with the class files in it. And it had to be because random Java W was open. So this should generate me an error. Because it's not built to handle this. Oh, it shouldn't actually. Yeah, here we go. Me bracket you. I'm not sure what that is though. Is that an array? Array.tstring? No. Could be it. I'm not sure. Get class get name would tell us what we are actually seeing, which is probably, close that. It is an array list, of course. What else would it be apart from an array list? So if it is an array list, I don't know what to do. B.toString. I'm not sure what use anyone would have for that though, unless you wanted random names, but that probably wouldn't work too well. So that's about it for this video. Oh, and yes, as you may have noticed, we are beyond the stage and we are in 3D here, but it's running rather slowly, probably because I'm recording. I'll have a look into that actually. We go to the actual client, it should tell us why it's running so slowly. Because we're doing that, we're going nope. Probably input detection. Yeah, input detection was improved since last time quite a bit. Well, it was improved, but yeah. This is actually a beta renderer, which is like a vertex array, so I can't modify it. So it was improved. And that's why it stop.